Robert, we have no Lou today, so Robert is in for Lou. We got a pretty nice Tuesday out there today.
Yeah,
Welcome.
it's not bad out there. It's warmer.
Yeah.
It's getting more comfortable, not this ridiculous cold that we've been having. But yeah, nice to fill in for Lou for once here. Get to hang out with you.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm praying for is some slightly more humid air. Now, I'm going to be like paying for that by the time we get to like June and July, but the air's so dry. We had that, I talked with Lou about this yesterday. We had that quick warm up last week. All the pollen came out, and then that front came in, didn't really bring us enough rain to like dampen down the pollen. And then the air got super, super dry. So now my nose can't fight off the pollen.
Ooh.
And I'm like all clogged up right here. So the allergies trying to kick my you-know-what. So I'm praying for like some more humid air or at least some heavy rain, damp the pollen down a little
getting
bit.
that runny nose.
It's just constant. Yeah.
I do go through those moments this time of year where I'm like, I really want that warmer weather. But I like the same deal. I know I'm going to regret it when July comes around and I don't want to go outside at all. Everything is just miserable. So I'm okay with it. Like, at least tomorrow's going to be beautiful. Tomorrow is going to be a pollen type day, though. Just that warm air hitting in. But I'm not looking for just this cold weather.
And I feel like this is the time of the year where you kind of forget how terrible the heat and humidity can be, right? Like you've kind of hit that point where you're like, yeah, we've had a couple cold spells here. I would love to just bask in the heat and sweat out there a little bit. And then you get like 2 days of it. You're like, why did I ever wish for this? Yeah.
So what we got going on here? It just hasn't been raining.
Yeah. Well, we haven't had any rain really over the last several months. I mean, small little snippets here or there. But you look at the drought conditions, severe to even extreme drought, especially across kind of southern Columbia County, Union, Bradford, Alachua County as well. So, I mean, it's bone dry out there. You found these numbers and put them together here for us earlier today, just about the overall rainfall deficit, not just through 2026, but really over about the last 4 to 5 months now.
Yeah, I went back to October and basically tallied up the October through January, and then how much rain we have seen thus far. It's from October to January, about half.
Yeah.
Half the amount. Officially at the airport. Now, you've seen those red areas further towards the south and west in the drought index. I'm sure for places like Gainesville, it's even lower, and also off towards the north there than that deficit we have. So it's been dry, and this has been resulting in fires. I know over the weekend we had a pretty decent fire out in Union County, and then today there was another one in western Uvalde. Oh yeah, you got the radar right there.
Yeah. So we had one in Interlochen on Saturday, I know for sure. Did we have another one on Sunday?
No, I think we're thinking of the same one.
Okay, yeah. So the one in Interlochen there on Saturday, and then this was one of the ones on the west side. So this is just south of White House there, just west of Harlong Airport. You can kind of just see that plume of smoke blow up. What was it, about maybe 1:30, 1:45 or so, and then a very light southwest breeze just kind of pushed it off to the northeast there. But that is now 100% contained, right?
And yeah, from last I've heard, it's contained. White smoke was coming out of it. They kind of got settled it down. But it is in a residential-ish area, which is always a little worrisome. And just a reminder, these are not the prescribed burns. Because this time of year, we do get them. I know last year at this time of year, because I seen it pop up in my memories because I took a photo of it, there was like a big prescribed burn just out in Flagler County outside of the Matanzas Inlet. That happens this time of year. You get the dry weather. Stuff starts to die off, so they try to burn it a little bit and contain it. That's not this one. This was a true kind of wildfire out there, but thankfully crews kind of handled it really quick. Whoa, look at those dew points. That is...
Yeah, I mean, the dew points, the dry air has not helped. Now, this isn't nearly as bad as what we had yesterday. We had a couple places with dew points in the single digits, which is like truly like desert air or like from the Arctic brought here to the first coast. So a little bit better, but nonetheless, I mean, when you got dew points in the 30s and the 20s compared to temperatures in the 60s, it is still very, very dry out there. So you combine that with the drought conditions, a little bit of a breeze, you've got some pretty ripe wildfire conditions out there across the first coast right now. And it looks to probably continue for the next couple of days.
Chap the lips. You got your chapstick?
I do.
Oh, yeah?
I put a little bit on earlier. Yeah, the top lips get a little chapped out there.
So what we got here?
Yeah,
Wildfires.
so this is
I don't know how else to follow up with that. I'm like, I don't got any. I need to give me some chapstick.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of a combination of, the humidity in the air, but also how that plays into effect when it comes to that wildfire threat. So yet again, tomorrow afternoon, even though we will have slightly higher humidity ahead of our next approaching cold front, wildfire risk is still going to remain high. I mean, drought conditions remain high, temperatures warming up as well, and a lot of sunshine through the first half of the day. So just, please be mindful if you do have burn bans in your areas. Please, heed those warnings and cautions, and, just be mindful of what you're burning, when you're burning, what's around it, and things of that nature. But we do have at least a little bit of some rain in the forecast. Emphasis on a little bit, not going to be a lot, but we'll take it.
I don't. It's not going to be enough to break any deficit. I mean, this is looking like a trace-ish overnight. I say ish. Maybe some areas might get a little bit more, but you see there on that rate, on that future cast, that just kind of almost falls apart. And it's an overnight setup. So a lot of us probably, which is good for your yards and stuff, because if it's falling at night, at least with little does fall, might soak up a little bit.
Might make the grass look slightly greener.
Yes. Yeah. It's slightly most of them are brown. I mean, my goodness, how about your neighborhood? Is it all browned up?
Crunch. Just crunch underneath the feet.
I am a little bit happy about it because I had my flower bed had a really big weed problem. And when the frost hit, like these multiple freezes, they are gone.
It just saved you a lot of work.
It saved me a lot of work. I don't have to weed it. I was out there spraying it, and I was like, you know what? Nature took its course here. Sorry?
We love that.
Yes. Let's just let nature do its thing. Here, speaking of nature doing its thing, do you have any issues with your pipes over the weekend?
I did not at my apartment specifically, but we have like our community pool, and there's one of those like shower heads that you can rinse your feet off with and stuff from the sand. That burst.
Ooh.
And because yesterday morning I was walking the dog, and I mean, like, water was just spewing everywhere. Now, personally, I had kind of hoped that it would have frozen into this huge
that would have been cool
thing. That did not happen. But that was the only issue we had. Did you?
I lost water. Now, It did not burst. It just froze. And then once the sun came out, I think it hit the pipe that was exposed and de-thawed it and got it going. But there was a moment where I was like,
yeah,
okay.
Well, so my girlfriend and I, we tried to go to Sweet Pete's downtown on Sunday.
Oh, you did? It was closed.
I know. Well, and we got there just after the pipe burst because there were people coming out, and they were like, oh yeah, we got stuff, but they told us we have to leave because this pipe just burst. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. We were 10 minutes too late.
Took her out for a date to Sweet Pete's and everything. And oh, come on.
Yep.
Little sidetrack there.
Unlucky.
Because I was just thinking about that, like nature doing its thing. And also we were talking about the grass and everything. So it just made me think about people that left their sprinklers on during that. It was a big problem at the marathon too, because some people did leave their sprinklers on. Oh, everybody was running by just kind of
So there were patches of ice out there?
Internally, it was all about love, but I think a lot of people were internally kind of flipping them the bird. Because you're on a path for a marathon, and you left the sprinklers on the night before. So the grass and the parts of the road were all iced over, and it come on.
And you can deal with it on mile 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But once you get to mile 9 or 10, you don't want to be sidestepping the ice out there.
Yeah. It's just kind of
result in a torn ACL real fast.
Mm-hmm. So just remember that. But also, it did make for some artsy photos. You were, there was some spots. We got some images out Fernandina Beach where it was all froze over and everything. But a far cry from that now. That's behind us.
Yes.
Warming up a little bit there.
Yeah, nice warm up this afternoon. We hit the mid 60s. You got 64 in Jax right now. Even warmer tomorrow. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take you through the rest of tonight and into that Wednesday forecast here in just a second. Welcome back in, everybody. We had a nice afternoon, lots of sunshine out there. Temperatures in the 50s out along the beaches and the coast, but 60s for Jacksonville on the south side. Tonight, with the dry air and the clear skies, yes, temperatures will drop off pretty quickly, but kind of that bottom point, that morning low, isn't going to be nearly as cold tonight, thankfully, as we have seen. Over the past 8 days, we tied a record, 8 consecutive days of having temperatures at or below freezing for those morning lows. That comes to an end tonight. Really no one on the First Coast needs to be worried about a freeze. Now, we will perhaps watch for some frosty areas off to the southwest, kind of down towards Union and Bradford County, Putnam, and Gainesville area in Alachua County. We do have a frost advisory for them, but otherwise a little bit closer to average when we're talking about our morning lows here.
That map almost feels upside down there.
A little bit.
Yeah, because it's like you got 40s in southeast Georgia, but like the coldest on the map is Palatka and Gainesville. It's that interior, and of course, we got the front coming in from the west, so you got a little warm air advection out there towards the north. But yeah, 8 consecutive days. It really, and the one thing to know is somebody might ask, what about Saturday? Because Saturday felt relatively warm. That was the day before the front showed up, right? Mm-hmm. We got down to freezing Saturday night. Yes. So in the morning, we were okay, but it was like 11, 12 o'clock right before midnight that it dropped. And then, of course, it just plummeted down to like 22 by morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 2 other times it's happened since 1871. We had those 8 consecutive days. It's not often we get that. And also a little snow. Did you see the snow flurries on Saturday?
I didn't really see any here at the station, but I mean, we got so many different videos and pictures in. It was hard to miss it.
I'm envious because it felt like it was these little bands. These little bands. Like there was, if you hit it, you hit it. If you didn't, you were. Yeah, it was hit or miss.
And some of it did lay up across Glenn County, up towards Brunswick and like St. Simons. There was just like a very, very light coating that you could see on some of the GDOT cameras. But that was about it that I saw that like you could actually look and see like, yes, it did snow.
It was a sneaky one. Not no big impacts, just kind of like, ooh.
And most of it was like a very fine powder.
Yeah.
Or like it has that like crystallized look as it's falling through the sky. You know what I mean?
And a little bit. It also so dry. A lot of it's dried out. A far cry from that now, though. Look at the 70 tomorrow.
Yeah,
time to break out the flip flops.
Let's go. It'll be a full wrap and peel kind of day. Wrap the kids up in the jackets early in the morning. Temperatures upper 30s, lower 40s. Then by the afternoon, you peel off the layers. It's looking good, feeling good out there. Low 70s for Jacks. But we will have a couple cooler spots, especially up across southeastern Georgia and in the interior of southeastern Georgia. And that's really where our best chances for at least some daytime showers are going to be tomorrow. As Robert mentioned, we do have that approaching front from the west, and that's really what's going to bring us the warm up tomorrow. Winds out of the southwest, kind of pumping in some extra heat, but here comes the front there, then kind of reaching the northern Swanee Valley and Okefenokee by about lunchtime tomorrow, Robert.
Now, no thunderstorms with this or anything. I mean, it's going to be kind of sporadic, these kind of stratiform almost, like it's falling apart. Look, what is it, 6 p.m., a little after sunset, a little bit of rain. I would say, Ross, probably some of like that delay on the windshield wipers at most. We're not putting on the highs for this one here.
Yeah, kind of like a one of those pesky days.
Yes.
Where it's like, do I need to up it to the next setting? And you might like do it for like one or two swipes, and you're like, no, that's too much.
Hey, I mean, at least it's not a weekend. It's a Wednesday night. And you're not going to be out and you're dressed in your best, attire, going out on your
This is true.
Your date to do Sweet Pete's or anything like that. So most people they'll get home, be sleeping this one off, and then it'll kick on by. And wake up and most of it's gone by morning rush hour there, so you're not worried about some damp roads in the morning. Because I love you, Jacksonville, but I know how you are if it's raining in the morning during during rush hour. There, it turns into a hot mess.
Yeah, a lot of a sudden you have a lot of issues out there.
Yeah, I respect you guys. Gotta learn how to drive better.
Well, you mentioned this earlier, Robert, how we saw it there on the Futurecast. Not a whole lot of rain. You're not seeing high reflectivity values, but this is the European future rainfall. I mean, most of us picking up probably less than 1/10 of an inch.
Yeah,
I think you'll get lucky if you get a full 1/4 of an inch of rain.
Not a drought buster by any means, but we'll take what we can get here. Then what? Oh, come on now, 54.
Yeah.
And windy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great for Thursday.
Not good boating day right there. That's going to be a bit of a chop out there.
Yeah, as Robert said, a chop on the water. It's going to be windy, winds out of the northwest, 10 to 20, and a pretty significant chill. I mean, our afternoon temperatures will probably struggle to hit the mid-50s. Some of us might be stuck in the low 50s and even upper 40s throughout the day. But check out kind of the future real field temps there for Thursday afternoon. We showed the temperatures there, but with the wind.
Boo, Ross, boo.
Feeling like the 40s, perhaps even the 30s in some spots.
Oh, come on now. That's not great. That's Friday morning.
Yes.
You can tell I didn't really look at this today. I'm like, oh, God. But this is how I look when I'm doing analysis at the desk. Come on. Because I feel you guys. Well, I'm done with this. I'm done with winter. The groundhog. What did you know? You're from Pennsylvania. What did Phil say?
He said 6 more weeks of winter.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Phil's a...
Now, as Lou referred to him, that beaver in Pennsylvania, or he said that beaver from Philly yesterday, and I was like, what?
Beaver from Philly. Yeah. Close enough.
And I was trying to put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, wait, you mean the groundhog from Punxsutawney? It's like, okay, you got the animal and the P word city. You're just a little bit off.
Do you know that there is a reason for the date for Groundhog Day? I never realized this until I actually did a story on it. It is halfway between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. It's exactly halfway.
So we're halfway to spring is what you're telling us.
So in either way, we are almost to spring. That's the whole reason why it's February 2nd. It's
just all downhill from here. Smooth sailing.
we're gonna make it no matter what the rodent says. We have Pelican Pete and Pelican Pam here in Jacksonville. Yeah.
Oh, is that what our version?
That's our version. If you go on the beach and you see 2 pelicans flying together, then they're in love and spring will come sooner. If there's one, you're lonely and winter will last forever. It's dark, but that's what we got.
Truly scientific.
Science.
Yeah. That's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Pelican Pete and Pelican
Now,
Pam.
do you know? Did anyone see?
Nah, I didn't see it.
You didn't see him out there on the beach on Sunday as you were running.
That
no
was
pelicans swooping by.
If there was 2, they just of 2, and then they would probably take a poop on me. And I'd be like, I don't care what you guys say.
Let's hope that happens at the end of the race rather than the beginning of the race.
It was too cold. It'd freeze instantly. No, I did not see any pelicans out there.
Well, we're going to look for some pelicans here and take another short break. When we come back, we'll take you through your Friday and the rest of the upcoming weekend here in just a few minutes, guys. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. We've got one more freeze potentially on the way this week there, Friday morning. Robert and I had showed you, the wind chills perhaps in the 20s, but inland areas, yet again, you're probably going to have to bring in those plants, bring in the pets, or at least cover up the plants outside. Beaches, probably not as concerned for you folks, maybe just a little bit of a frost out there. So Friday will kind of be the last real cold day here over the next 7 or so. But by Friday afternoon, we're going to rebound by about 30 degrees. And then, beyond that, the rest of the weekend here is looking pretty good. Now, before we kind of get into the weekend, I think the next graphic I have, if I hit the button correctly. Wow, this is very suspenseful.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Is it going to be warmer? Or you do have like a cold graphic we're getting ready for here?
It was supposed to be in the Milan forecast.
Oh, we're going to go to the Olympics.
It's not advancing.
Oh, well, we could just talk about the Olympics then. We had you know what? I don't know if we had the same setup back there as we had for Weather Watchers Worldwide, because we did have some videos out of Cortina in Milan there we used earlier on today. So if we do have those in there, that would be awesome. But if not, because we were showing some of the Olympic villages and the ski slopes and everything. And Tate, our digital director, big fan of the Olympics. He knew like people's names, talking about it. And we had the discussion, our favorite Winter Olympic sport. You got one?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I love ice hockey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like all the snowboarding and skiing.
Yeah.
Like the half pipe and snowboarding. I love that. Most of the skiing events, not like cross country.
Yeah.
But like downhill skiing, what are they called?
Isn't there
Slaloms?
A cross country one where they cross country and then they shoot stuff and then they cross country?
Yes. Is that not just cross country?
No, cross country is just cross country skiing.
Oh, is there a different...
And then there's one where they bring a gun with them because Olympics.
Yeah, what is that called?
I forgot. Gun cross country.
Well, they have one now called mountaineering. I know we did a story on that.
Yeah.
And that one does look cool, where like you climb up a section and then you ski a little bit and like you're doing it all in
So when I was
2 minutes.
in Japan, there was one of my friends, there's the Olympic Village. Thanks. Yeah, so one of my friends, he was he was training for that, and it was so just cool. He was like running up we were on the lift, and you just see him blast past us. Well, it made me feel really, really lazy. Look at the Olympic Village, though. I think this video, they go into showing the espresso machine for like 30 seconds. It's great. Because, it's Italy.
Yeah.
I am with you on the the sports of snowboarding and skiing and all of that, because I'm just into extreme sports. I grew up in the 90s where X Games was really at its peak.
Winter X.
Oh, yeah.
In Aspen, yeah.
And when Winter X really started picking up, that's when snowboarding was actually introduced at the 96 and the Nagano Olympics.